तो शादी किया तो कल 1 से 2 बच्चा होगा तो बहुत बढ़िया रहेगा। तब बेटी हो गया तो इसके चक्कर में 7 बच्चे हो गया, परेशानी होता है।
The plight of Devi is the same as millions of other mothers in Bihar, the poorest state in the world's most populous country. India's overall birth rate has fallen in tandem with its rising economy. But poverty and a deep-rooted bias for male heirs have kept the eastern Indian state of Bihar an engine room of national population growth. With around 127 million people, it already has roughly as many people as Mexico. The insistence by many men on having sons reflects cultural expectations that they will support their parents even after marrying and having their own children.
नहीं हम का 2-3 बच्चा में हम ऑपरेशन करा ले। हमार दूल्हा कहलखिन जे नहीं करवेला ऑपरेशन, कल के लड़का होते तब ऑपरेशन होता। लगले एगो बौआ भेल, तकर बाद कहलिए करा दिया, भ गेले 6 गो। कल के होई दियो 11, ओहू में गेले खलास करवेला त नहीं करवे देलखिन, कल के होई दियो। बेटिए होते तो होते, बेटिए होता। फिर बौआ भेले तो पेटे खोल के भेले तो ऑपरेशन करा लो, चेकटे हटा।
Bihar has scarce opportunities for well-paid employment, and Devi's husband Subhash is gone for most of the year, sending back his meager earnings as an unskilled store hand in the capital, New Delhi. Many fathers leave the state to find work elsewhere, but consider long absences from home and the struggle to feed their children a worthy sacrifice for the chance of future prosperity. These long absences and the troubles of caring for children sometimes impact the women mentally.
सालों में आता है, कभी 6 महीना पर कोनो देही नहीं हो गया तो 6 महीना में आता है। हमेशा तो हमको मन खराब रहता है। 6 महीना में साल भर में मन खराब होता है परेशानी से।
Bihar has long been an economic laggard, and its much higher birth rate of around 3 children per mother, on average, reflects some of India's worst rates of malnutrition, child mortality, education, and access to medical care. With a female literacy rate of only 55%, India's lowest, Devi voices the same hope for her children as many other mothers in Bihar.
मैं आर तो कहते नौकरिए करे, पढ़बै छिए तो नौकरिए ला ना पढ़बै छिए जे हमरा से दोसर काम करे, पढ़े लिखे, डॉक्टर बने, कोई कंप्यूटर चलावे, इंजीनियर बने।
Bihar's situation was once the story of entire India, a country formerly synonymous with grinding poverty, but which in recent decades has seen phenomenal economic growth. The average woman in India now gives birth to just 2 children, down from a 1960 peak of 6, in concert with better maternal health care and rising living standards. Some of the provinces have standards that are at par with Europe or the US. But in some states, the situation remains a concern for the government and activists alike.
I think the situation in Bihar is little worse when we talk about the TFR actually, because if we go down or we visit the rural or we visit the various districts in the state, we see that among the marginalized community there are multiple kids actually.
Government officials and healthcare workers cite the lack of engagement from men in birth control. Boosted by the low levels of literacy and lack of access to technology, in the rural areas, mothers are often left without access to knowledge on contraception or control over the size of their families.
And also if we refer to the NFHS 5 data, the percentage of male engagement in sterilization is very poor. It's almost negligible. So I think these are the factors that contribute to the overall, or you can say the population increase in the state of Bihar.
The state government has offered cash incentives for girls to finish their schooling and has also provided free contraceptives, urging women to start families later. But the situation remains very similar across all economic levels in Bihar. With many women married off at a young age, very few have changed their attitude towards having multiple children and the need for a male heir.
So the reason of having a more kids and marginalized is like they want a more earning hands. They want the more the child will be there, the more earning hands, and they can get more money for that. So there is one reason. The other reason is that yes, son preference is in all the community. There is, if there is having a 2-3 daughters, they wait for a son. So that is a common, actually you can see in the higher community also, in the general, the marginalized also.
There are already talks of skewed distribution of resources and that the resources are funneled to states which have performed poorly at the expense of states that have shown phenomenal success. The federal government has to find solutions before these talks become debates and point of differences in future.